Okay, for part one of Excel, we will begin learning and understanding what Excel is for. Now, when you first open Excel, you're going to see a screen that looks like this. Now, the left sidebar won't look much like mine, but anyways, just so you know that it's there. Also, Excel or Office has templates that are already preset here, but we're going to mainly work off of the blank workbook. So go ahead and click on that to open it up. From here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to click in cell A1. Oops. I'm going to make my screen a little bigger so you can see what I'm doing. You don't have to make your screen bigger. I'm doing this so you can see it. In cell A1, you know it's selected or that you have clicked on it because it has the green line that goes around it. Double click, make sure you have a cursor inside, and you will put the word multiply. In cell B2, put the word rate, C2, hours, and D2 total. In cell A3, put the word Mary, and A4, Todd. Then what we're going to do is move your mouse to the center of A1, click, and drag over to D1. From here, we're going to go to the alignment area where you see merge and center. Now there is a drop-down menu, but you don't need to worry about anything else that's in that drop-down menu. You can just go ahead and click on the merge and center icon that appears. You'll notice now that your cells have merged and your title is centered. Next, you're going to move your mouse to the center of A2. You're going to click and you're going to drag over to D4. This will highlight the area where you're going to have information. We're going to go up to your font area where you have the borders icon, which is to the left of the paint bucket. You have a down arrow next to your borders icon. Go ahead and click on that. You have many options. We're going to use the all borders. Go ahead and click on that. Now, when you look at your title, notice that we only went as far as column D. Notice the line ends here. You have no other lines inside because we merged it. This is how far you need to go because that's how far our information goes. So since all of our information ends at column D, your title would end at column D. And I mean after. See how the line is after the D and not before the D. Okay, in cell B3, we're going to add in the number 8, and then 16, and in B4 we'll do 9, and then 24. In cell D3, we're going to add a formula to multiply the 8 and the 16. Now with all formulas, you always start with an equal sign. Start with the equal sign, and then we're going to click on cell B3. We're going to use the star key for multiplication, and that will be located above the number 9 key on the keypad or Shift 8 on your keyboard. Once you've done that, click on C3, and now you should have a formula that reads equal sign B3 times C3. Go ahead and enter, and you come up with your answer. Now at no time should you ever have anything that reads equal sign 8 times 16. And the reason why we don't use numbers is because if we wanted this cell B3 to have a different number in it, let's say we wanted it to be 28, and I'm going to enter, notice how the number automatically changed. If we only had numbers in there and not cell locations, it would not recalculate for us. We would actually have to go back into the total area and redo everything. So that is why we always use the cell location. Now I clicked on this, and if you look up in the formula bar, it gives you the formula of what's multiplying for this. Now I'm going to undo. I'm going to go to the upper left hand corner, click on the arrow that points to the left. That way we get our other answer back. Now, instead of going through the process of equal sign B4 times C4, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my mouse to the lower right hand corner of the answer I had just got. Notice that there's a little box there. Put your mouse on top of that and it'll turn into a black plus sign. What I want you to do is click and drag down one spot. And notice now you have an answer. This answer is the formula that you have dragged down, but it has changed the cell location. Notice when we click on the 216, the formula reads B4 times C4 instead of the B3 times C3, which was up here. It automatically adjusts as you move. All right, A6, divide. B7 boxes, C7 shelves, and then you have your total. Then in A8, we're going to have store A, and then store B. All right, once again, our total ends in column D. Now columns run up and down, rows run left to right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my mouse to the middle of A6. I'm going to click and I'm going to drag over to D6. I'm going to go up and click on my merge and center, and then it automatically does that for me. Then I'm going to click in the center of A7. I'm going to click and drag over. Now, I don't have to go through the list for my borders. Since we just used the all borders here, it's defaulted now. So all I have to do is click right on the icon and it automatically puts in the borders for me. The all borders, I should say. All right, let's go to cell B8. Let's put 1063. Next to that, we'll put 59. And in cell B9, we'll put 2530 and 102. Okay. In cell D8, once again, we're doing a formula. You need to begin with the equal sign. Now we're going to click on cell B8. Now because we're dividing, we're going to use a forward slash. The forward slash is either located above the 8 key on your keypad, or it's located next to the right shift key. Once you have the forward slash in, click on cell C8. Enter. And now you have your answer. I need you to click on your answer. Now we're not going to repeat this for cell D9. We're just going to click on D8, go to the bottom right hand corner, and we're going to click and drag down one time, which it'll fill in our answer for us. Now, we're going to leave it the way it is for right now. Notice that I have the green line around both of my answers. Let's say you accidentally clicked off. Okay, so what you're going to do is just, you're going to go over to your answer, put your mouse in the middle of it, click and drag down, because I want this highlighted. It's okay if you have the white here and the blue here. It's okay, don't worry about it. What we're going to do is we're going to get rid of these decimal places. So we're going to go up to our number area, over to decrease decimal, has the zeros with the arrow pointing to the right. You're going to click on this until the decimal places disappear. Voila, there you go. A11, add. Okay, then in A12, I'm going to move this down a little so we can still read it. April, May, May, and total. And in cell A13, we'll put item A, item B, item C. Okay, once again, take care of that merge and center with the title. Then we're going to go to A12. We're going to highlight down to D15. We're going to do the borders. So that's done. Once you've done that, we'll add in our numbers. Then we're in cell B13. We'll put 25684. And next to that, we'll put 87563. And cell B14, we'll put 66584 and 33985. And in cell B15, we'll put 28456 and 98623. Okay, now I know we could start out and hand key in the formula. The nice thing about Excel is they do have a default for adding. So instead of us doing equal sign and the rest, we're going to go up to the right hand corner here where it says auto sum. Now if you click on the down arrow, you have sum, average, max, and min, which we'll do later. But sum and auto sum do the same thing. So if you were just to click on auto sum, or if you were to click on sum, they do the exact same thing. Now, once I've clicked on that, notice that you have the moving lines around the information that Excel will add. I'm going to tell you this many times. There will be times when Excel highlights the wrong information. So before you enter, always double check to make sure it's around the correct numbers, which it is for this case. Enter, and there you have your answer. Go back up to your answer, go to the bottom right hand corner of it, and drag it down. Okay. A17. Subtract. Okay, B18, we'll put apples. And then in C18, we'll put damage. And then total next to that. In A19, we'll put week 1. And then week 2. Okay, I'm going to merge and center my title. I'm going to put my borders on. And then in cell B19, we're going to put some numbers in. 468, 258 for the damaged. And cell B20, we'll put 732. And for C20, we'll put 84. All right, now for subtraction, we're going to have to hand key the formula in. All formulas begin with an equal sign. We're going to click on B19 minus. The minus key, you can either use it off the keypad, which is diagonal from the 9, or on the keyboard, which is right next to the 0 key. And then we're going to click on C19. Enter, click on it, and then drag it down. Last thing I want to show you, we're going to go to the Insert tab at the top. We're going to go over, way over, to where it says Header and Footer. Click on it. Now it automatically defaults to the header. We don't want to do that. We don't want to put anything in the header. So I'm going to go up here to this icon that says Go to Footer. And it will automatically default to the center place of the footer. Now you have a left, center, and right, but we're just going to use what it defaults to. At this point, you'll put your name. And then before we can go back to normal screen, I want you to click down in this area here. And notice how it's not blue anymore. And once it's all white here, I want you to go down here to the corner, not the actual corner, just close to it. And notice when I put my mouse on top of this, it should say normal. Mine's off the screen so you can't see it. But if you click on it, don't panic. Look to see where you're at. Notice that we're way past where we put our information. I'm going to go over to the right, and I'm going to scroll back up, and voila, There's our information. Now, you're probably wondering, well, I don't see my name anywhere. You're right. What I want you to do is I want you to go to File, Print, and then you'll notice your name is right there. It's actually, if we were to print it, or when you do send it in to me, I will be able to see it. Now the other thing we have to do is we have to do a Save As. We haven't saved this yet. So if you go to Save As, and Computer, we want Computer yet, you should have some options over here to get to the iDrive. Then you'll put it in your Computer Apps folder, into your Excel folder.